Alrighty, so last week we started with the plumbing part and everything else, and well, finally I had time today to finish the project. So let me walk you guys through the entire project. So first we have the electrical part. That starts with this little solar panel, which is about a 3 watts solar panel. You can get it off Amazon for about $20 something. Definitely too small for the battery bank that I have, but it's a start. That being said, all that power goes from that one to the controller. So here we have a 30 amp controller, which is more than we need, and that's the screen for it, which at this time it's actually on. And to walk you through this, so you select it, we are getting 13.2 volts from the solar panel. Amps, well, it's a 3 watts, so definitely not registering that. Batteries are 84%. Now that being said, these are 3 batteries, 7 amp each, and they cost $0 because I actually got them upon replacing some of them for alarm systems for some of my commercial clients. So I ended up with the used ones. They're not ideal, but well, for the purpose of the project, they do work. Moving along, so like I said, batteries are 84% and charging. It's broad daylight, and they are at 12.7 volts. Moving along, so far we're not using any electric, even though the load is on. And we have 33 degrees, which is Celsius outside, and no errors. Now this is the controller. Like I said, the electric is coming from the controller, or from the solar panel to the controller, and from here on, and also to the batteries. Well, the purpose of the controller is not to overcharge the batteries. After the controller, and before we go to the usage of the electric, I put in a little fuse box. Looks almost like a core fuse box with a, you can see that, a 10 amp fuse, and maybe I should have put a cap on the negative. This is the positive. Now from there on, it goes to over here, which is what controls the pump. If you can see that, there you go. It has a 16 program memory for on and off, and from here it goes down to the pump. This is a 12 volt pump. That's the cat. Hi Olive, say hi Olive, say hi to everybody. So the pump pumps about, I think it's like 12 gallons, if not more. Definitely too much. This is a 3/8 hose that is pretty much getting the water from, well, what used to be my recycle bin, and it's ran through a filter, inline filter. Again, Amazon, I think it's like $6 or something, so that way I'm not getting any debris or anything else in the pump. Now the pump pushes the water. Obviously we're moving to the plumbing part. Goes over here, and here we have a 1/2 inch T, which was put in place with rings, snapped in place, and 1/2 inch PVC pipe that goes up here, and it goes to a manifold. It's 1/2 inch in, and then we have this 1/4 inch hoses, and we have, it's a 8 manifold, and that way I am getting 2 little hoses going to each plant, and here we are. Now at the bottom of these 5-gallon buckets, I actually put in some crushed marble up to pretty much here, which is above the drain line, so that way any extra water is just gonna drain out of it and not have the roots of the plants rot. Now we have one manifold here, and then I ran it down here, and it's coming up again, and we have a second manifold for this area, which supplies again water for tomatoes and, well, I think it's a lemon tree my girlfriend has. The neat part about the manifold is they have these little screws here. You can actually regulate the amount of water that passes through. Now, the reason I ran 1/2-inch pipe all the way to the manifold instead of just putting a lot of T's in this 1/4-inch hose like it came with the kit, which was a irrigation drip system, is because the pump was pumping too much, too fast, and the hoses were not able to actually release all that pressure, so the pump was over pumping, and hence I was getting a lot of extra water just literally dripping out here, which right now still some of it is because, well, technically speaking, I am pumping more water than the hoses can release. Furthermore, this is the drain system, which comes down here. Now, the reason I chose not to recycle the water is basically because all that dirt and crushed stone had a lot of impurities and a lot of debris that in turn would end up in the water supply tank and in the filter, so they would either clog the filter or well, clog the pump, or break the pump. So I chose to actually let that one go, and all the extra water literally is well, running off my balcony into the, well, drain system and the gutters. Couple of mistakes I made, or things I'm not sure of, is I was planning on recycling the water, I guess, so I ended up with not recycling the water, like I said, because of the debris issues that might get stuck in here. Also the fact that I ran the 1/2-inch PEX pipe is because the pump was pumping too much. Like I said, I mean, this, you can always hook it up to a literally to your main water line and run it, from a hose connection. But the purpose of this one is to have it run by itself with the schedule in place. And there you go. Well, somebody's inspecting my work. With the schedule in place, and to actually have all the electric be generated by the solar panel. This, like I said, this is a 3-watt solar panel. I think in 2 days I'm gonna have I ordered another one. It's a 50-watt solar panel, which should definitely be able to charge those batteries throughout the whole day. Right now, in order to charge those batteries full, I need about 4 or 5 days with this little 3-watt solar panel. But the thing is, the way I set up the schedule, the pump kicks in for 1 minute at, I think it's like 7 o'clock in the morning and 8 o'clock in the evening, so it definitely doesn't drain too much electric from the batteries. So this is the whole project. Hoping the plants are gonna grow. Yay. Like I said, if you guys have any questions or any comments, well, leave them underneath. And well, like I said, it's not perfect. This is not supposed to be like it's everything out of the box. It's just a weekend project that a few weekends project. And I was just trying to test the principles of the solar panels and having a semi-automatic irrigation system for the plants. And like they say, necessity is the mother of all inventions. Well, in this case was the fact that I was supposed to water the plants every day, which I would either forget or not have time for. So At this rate, I only have to put in a couple of buckets of water in the supply water container. According to my calculations, I have to do pretty much like refill it about every 4 or 5 days. We'll see about that. And also the good thing about it is that the water mix for the plants, which is I think is the micro grow, whatever they're called. Let me see, Miracle Grow, there you go, we got that one. The little packs of mix they're supposed to mix into the water to help the plants grow, I actually mixed it in the big water supply tank, so that way the plants get that extra boost that they need throughout the week. Obviously it's a lower mixture, but it gets pumped into the pots pretty much twice a day. So hopefully everything works according to plan, and I guess I'll find out in about 2 weeks. That's all.